Haramai I tēnei rā mō tu Kemu o Poi Uka. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Palmerston North, Papawaia for day one of competition. Is international series here, the WBSC Oceania Men's U23 qualifying tournament for the World Cup next year. And we're just underway in game number one. This will be actually the Junior Black Sox taking on the Australian under-18 team. And a game number one here on day number one. 3 days of competition will be held over in Palmerston North, Colquhoun Ballpark, Papawaia. Great to have you along for it. Thank you for tuning on in. And thank you for your patience as we just set up a few things. The weather today here in Papawaia is, let's just say, the potential to change a little, and so it's got us on our toes, waterproofing all of the gear to make sure we're all set so that we can give you the rest of the games today. 4 games in operation here on day one, and really looking forward to that to happen. We're just underway. We're in the bottom of the third innings. We'll get the scoreboard up for you shortly. Bottom of the third innings, and Australia got off to a right start here. 7 runs to 0. They lead in the ball game so far. But before I go any further, I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, and joining me in the booth, my man, the one, the only, it is Damien Collins.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Chop, happy to be back in Colquhoun, Palmerston North for some international softball. Outstanding.
Fantastic indeed. And as we see up the bat here, let's give you the batting order, and it fits perfectly for New Zealand as they're at the top of the order here. Polder Cooper Nicola, he's leading off today for New Zealand. And then it is Tamihana Star, the centre fielder, hitting 2 today. Mason Carey, the catcher, hitting 3. Gabriel Tahitai's hitting in the clean-up spot for New Zealand. He's at right field today. Cole McWilliams will be at first base, hitting 5. Romana Kumaroa will be at shortstop. And in the 6th spot, Tyre Robinson was listed as the designated player, started pitching the game. We'll catch you up on that in a moment. He's hitting 7 today anyway. Boston Allen is at left field hitting 8. And rounding out the batting order all the way from Parklands Christchurch United, the second baseman is Rico Ratu. Defensively for Australia, well, they are good. We got to see them a couple of nights ago against a Hutt Valley All-Stars team. They blanked them that night. 6 runs to 0. Left to right in the outfield for the Aussies, it'll be Tyson Buswell at left. At centre for them is Thomas McCarroll. Right fielder for the Aussies here today in game number one is Max Hayhow. The starting third base. Hot corner is Ezekiel Turnbull. Shortstop today is Alex Duncalf. And starting at second base is Lachlan Titridge. I think it's Titridge. I'll get that checked for you. I know his father, that's why.
Titridge.
Yeah, and at first base is Flynn Edwards, and behind the dish and the catching is Blake Turner. On the hill, there's been the big story this morning, was listed as Noah Powell, but I believe out there on the hill is Austin Goodin. And boy, oh boy, does he come down with a great rate of knots, as you can see there, number 78 on the back of his shirt. Bottom of the third innings. And bottom of the third innings is 7 runs to 0 at the moment for Australia leading. And this Gooden, Damien, boy, he looks the goods.
He does. Good by name, good by nature. Firing it down there, using all the zone at the moment.
Fantastic indeed. We mentioned the weather here has been a little change. We can see a little bit of slight drizzle there in the front of the head coach, Jason Kumaroa, for New Zealand at third base. 20 degrees Celsius here locally. No wind at all, but unfortunately, in the forecast and in and around us is only a light rain at this point, Damien.
At the moment, just light at the moment. We'll keep an eye on it for sure, but like you said, everything's waterproof. We're ready to go.
We're all ready to rock and roll. Thank you so much for tuning in to these live broadcasts from Palmerston North. It's our complete privilege to bring them to you. And Gordon pulls the string. That's filthy.
Oh, mate, absolutely pulled the strings on that one. Just got him looking. Thought he was going to swing for there, but held up and it just dropped in the zones in it. Beautiful pitch.
Fantastic indeed. So Australia were at the top of the innings, you can see on the scoreboard for you. So here we are, bottom of the third. New Zealand trying to reply. And Gooden goes back-to-back change-ups, this time to Mason Carey, the catcher.
Yeah, Mason Carey, he's been in the New Zealand setup for a few years now. Good catcher behind the dish from Island Bay, Wellington. can put bat to ball as well. Obviously batting in the 3 spot.
Low lifter outside. We'll level the count 1-1. Damien, New Zealand, Australia, U18 level, Junior Black Sox. What do we expect to see today, bud?
Oh, mate. The young up-and-comers of our country is going to go head-to-head over 5 games over 3 days. We're going to see an epic Trans-Tasman battle, I'm sure. Both teams coming here to play, book their spot as the top of the Oceania for that. Well, that was the 23, sorry. But yes, they're here to play 5 tests against each other. Let's go.
Yeah, 5 tests over 3 days between each other. The U23 men will have the same. But theirs is a little added impetus this weekend, Damien. Of course, it's the ranking points and it is the positional rank going into the World Cup next year.
Yeah, all important, eh? They're not just here for a friendly. They're here to get those all-important marks to go on the world stage. So, yeah, they're here to get it all.
Good.
Book their spot, if they will.
Book their spot.
Whatever they call it. Punch their ticket, that's the one. I knew it was something like that.
Jason Kumaroa, first-time representative coach for New Zealand, gets the nod to take charge of the Juniors Black Sox. Got a chance to catch up with him last night at the technical meeting. Asked him how he was thinking about building his first campaign. He's really excited with the opportunity, Damien. He felt like this weekend was going to be a trial to see how he fits in with the organisation of Softball New Zealand, but he's excited for the opportunity. Oh,
and as he should be. He's earned it. He's been around the traps a long time, and I'm sure he's going to do wonders with this group of young athletes.
Austin Gooden blazes it through the strike zone, and that'll get her done here through the bottom of the 3rd innings. It is Australia leading 7 runs to 0.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aoranui Hospice, Just Silch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
Well, top of the 4th innings here, Australia with a commanding lead in game 1 of the international series here, test series between the Australian under-18 men's side and the New Zealand junior Black Sox. Let's set the offensive lineup for the Aussies here today. Austin Gooden, the DP, who actually got the start on the hill in the end. He will be hitting lead off today. Thompson McCarroll is hitting in the 2 spot for Australia. Alex Duncalf hits 3. Blake Turner's in the clean-up spot for the Aussies. Flynn Eddards is hitting 5 today. Ezekiel Turnbull's hitting 6. Max Hayhow was in the 7 spot. Buswell and Tethridge round out the batting order for the... We're trying to think of a name.
We did ask them the other day. Yes, we did ask them.
But the Australian under-18 team anyway. It's Turner up to bat now, Blake Turner, the catcher, here in the top of the 4th innings. Defensively for New Zealand, left to right in the outfield. And it is Boston Allen at left field. Centre fielder for them, he is super quick, he is super fast. That is Tamihana Star. Right fielder is Gabriel Tahite. Hot corner third base for the Kiwis. Polder Cooper Nicola. Shortstop today is Raumana Kumaroa out of Canterbury. He's paired up with his other Cantabrian, Rico Ratu, at second base today. Over at first base is the tall timber of Cole McWilliams from Franklin and our Franklin Counties area. And then behind the dish, doing the catching here for the Kiwis, is Mason Keary. And the listed starting pitcher originally was Thor Donington. We know that there was a change. They brought Tyre Robinson from the DP role in to start. But number 18 now is out there to pitch in Toby Smith.
Yeah, doing well out there so far. Well, and then a walk. Always commentators ruining it, eh? Damn it.
Top of the fourth inning, so lead-off walk for Turner here. And it'll bring up Flynn Eddards, the left-hander. In Australia, D, you've had a chance to see a little bit of this match as we're setting up and things. What have you thought so far, what you see from Australia and New Zealand?
Well, from the Australia side, I see a team that likes to swing the bat. You know, they're pushing everything they can, whether it be their short game, but they're actually not afraid to swing, you know, and punch those gaps and try and move their runners around. So a lot of them are dirty already. That's a good sign of what we're going to see in store.
So relief pitcher Smith now. Pumps that one just down below the zone. Haven't had a chance myself personally to see much of Smith. I understand he comes out of the Canterbury region. And I thought I saw him a couple of years ago at a U17 tournament, pitching for Southland, but I may have been mistaken. Anytime, Damien, you know. Hard hit ball, backhand play, and that is tidy from Kumaroa.
Wow, hard hit shot to the shortstop. And he makes the backhand play over to his teammate from Canterbury, Ratu, at second to get the lead runner. Outstanding play from Kumaroa. Almost thought he was going to catch it there for a sec.
Just a slight change coming in. We'll give you the change for Australia coming into the batter's box. Damien, the grounds crew here in Papaia, Palmerston North, Manawatū Softball Association. Tell us what they're capable of and what they will have to contend with this weekend.
Oh, they're always up for it here. We've had this place, Colquhoun Park, really got the upgrade before that 2020 U18 World Cup that we had here. And, you know, they've just been strength to strength in the 06 ever since. They work hard, they play hard, they're here for a good laugh. But, yeah, no, they're ready for it. They'll have the bins with the sponges ready just in case. But it's a great diamond here, you know, and it should keep up pretty well unless it gets worse.
This one comes through the zone on pinch hitter here into the ball game for Ezekiel Turnbull. There's number 6, Chad Charlesworth. So the left-hander from out of Canterbury, Smith, for New Zealand, pulls the string on one.
Took some pace off that, got him swinging in on the foul.
Three days of competition here for this international series between our 18s and 23s from New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah, it's going to be outstanding back-to-back 18s, 23s, 18s, 23s. You're in store for a special day here at Colquhoun, the international ballpark.
And we'll also have some other young future rangatahi stars joining us this week. I believe they get in on the ledge yet this afternoon, and they're in for their competition over the Saturday and Sunday, and that's how D-Sox, both boys and girls squads are here.
Yeah, a little detour, a little setback in Auckland with the weather here, but you know, so we'll only bring them together a good airport day, I reckon. We had one recently at our club, so the D-Sox, the under-15s, are going to be in action over the next couple of days. So yeah, no, it'll be exciting to watch the ones coming through.
So 1 and 2 the count here on Charlesworth. Australia now with a runner in scoring position at second base. Hard hit ball, got a chance, and pushes the left fielder to his limits to make the catch. Charlesworth wasn't far off there.
Nah, got a good shot on that, but left field didn't have to do much, just step back and make the catch for that second out.
Brings brings up to bat here. Max Hayhow now, starting right fielder for Australia. 2 outs. The top of the 16, one a little loose, bouncer gets away from Kerry the catcher, and on his skates down to third base goes Eddards.
Yeah, Eddards now. Not far from home.
Just feel the drizzle's turned a little bit more into a slightly heavier drizzle, Damien. It is scheduled to come down in buckets today.
It is,
to
yes.
be fair. But I'm under good authority that it's only today that we might get rain. For the rest of the weekend, it is umbrellas in your drinks and on the picnic table as well.
That's how we like it at the ballpark, mate.
Yeah.
Don't know about the umbrellas in your drinks, but yeah.
Well, you put it in a pineapple, don't you? Then you put it on the edge of the drink or something.
Depends what you're drinking, my man.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I can't imagine you drinking a pineapple with your tui, but anyway.
Anything that finishes in the name Sunrise, I'm kind of there.
Yep, I'd love a sunrise right now. All I can see is grey skies.
Smith leans back here. 3 balls in a row. This one's pumped down Main Street. Of course, Hayhow taking all the way on that count. 3-1 now.
Yeah, game of ratios, isn't it? Yeah, that ball was always going to get thrown down the middle. Not many swing on the 3-0. I love the young ones doing it, though.
Head coach for Australia just on screenshot. Damien, you remember him from 2020 Junior World Cup that was hosted here. He was in charge of the ship at the time then. Adam Reinfresh, not by his name, but because he's got a special talent, right?
Does he?
Professional magician.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You got to get some time with him. And this one's over in time from Cooper Nicola, and New Zealand will put up a donut on Australia. And I'm not too sure if that's the first time in the game, but what I do know is it's 7-0 to Australia. Bottom of the 4th coming up next.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aoranui Hospice, Just Silch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
Yeah, it's just over there. Yeah, okay. Next to the wall.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and apologies, just organising a few things off field here as the weather is just starting to kind of get up a little bit, Damien, and of course we've brought a couple of gazebos down for the crew. We're going to share them with the association because that's just what you do.
Absolutely. Someone was late with our gazebo, so
no one was going to mention
no one pointing fingers, but I'll put myself under the bus. It's fine. It's okay. I'm at the ballpark. I'm happy.
No, we've got a fantastic lot of softball here. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The rain is coming down heavily. There is a pitching change here for Australia. Austin Gooden has done the job through 3 complete against New Zealand. Blanked them through there. Now number 96 for Australia will come on to the hill, and he was listed as a starting pitcher, Noah Powell. So it's just a straight swap with the DP and pitcher.
Yep.
And so Gooden will stay in the leadoff spot in the batting order.
Yeah, well, they've got 5 games to get through over 3 days, so they'll be using their staff sporadically, I imagine, throughout the first couple games to just get those combinations, get the feel for building up to have your A-side out there, I guess. But, I mean, at this level, you know, all these are, I was about to say kids, but they're all good to go, surely. Just looking at them, I get sore knees.
Just looking at my camera operator behind home plate. Make sure the water doesn't flow into that camera. So I'm sure he'll do a good job with that.
He's got it.
Okay, bottom of the fourth innings.
Oh, I keep on walking into the gazebo.
It is 7-0 here, Australia leading. As New Zealand will send up 3 of their best here. And it'll be number 19, Gabriel Tahi will lead off, followed by Cole McWilliams and Kumura, the shortstop.
Got to commentate Tahi last week at the New Zealand Secondary Schools in Fraser Park, when taking Mount Albert Grammar School to the final there out of the Ramblers Club in Auckland.
Boy, didn't he have a great secondary schools championship.
Oh, he sure did,
Gabriel
mate. Sure did.
He pitched a lion's share of innings, had a rise ball that could just stay hovering and then kick as well. It was pretty to watch.
And he got them chasing.
Silver medal winner was Gabriel Tahi this year. Mount Albert Grammar.
What a history that school's got.
Yeah, Mags.
Well, they did have a few Evans going through, I guess.
Yeah, they did indeed. Steve's Tyre Service, one of the local supporters of the Manawatū Softball Association, and Scaffit, you can see on the home run fence. Fantastic to have their support here at Manawatū.
100%. Steve, great things for our game. And, of course, you'll see him hopefully in the next game as the under-23s New Zealand coach.
You can see the rain falling behind Tahi there and the basketball court behind him. It is really starting to come down here, ladies and gentlemen. The ground will take a bit of moisture before they'll lead to abandon play, or should I say postpone play, but we are starting to see the odd little area starting to fill a little, and of course we've got a great umpiring crew here. The WBSC is in the house, and they know they'll manage the safety of these athletes will be paramount.
Oh, they're used to it here as well. I remember turning up in 2020 and what was it, torrential rain the day before, like getting unblocking the drains. But it's like I said earlier, there's great drainage on this ground. You see it's starting to build up down the third base coach's box there, but you also see the drainage going away into the dugouts. So hopefully it'll hold up, but I'm sure the grounds crew got the sponges ready just in case.
They sure indeed. So lead-off walk to Tahi down to first base he goes. And that'll bring up to bat now, number 10, first baseman, Cole Williams. That one's a little loose. Mick Williams it is, the batter. Down to second base goes Tahi. And that pitch just squeezes out of the hand of Powell, Damien.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to start seeing in this game with this weather. You know, it's almost every pitch needs to be dried off now, so I'm sure both dugouts will be ready to go.
It'll be an interesting, I don't know if New Zealand ordered the weather, but you can imagine the Aussies don't get have to play in rain very often over there with the Kiwis. Well, some of them, Wellingtonians, aren't quite used to it. So
what are you trying to say?
We'll soon see how the weather plays in this weekend, that's for sure.
Well, like we saw the other night with the Hutt Valley All-Stars on Diamond 1 at Fraser Park with the 23s, mate. You know, they're playing on all-weather pitches. They wouldn't need all-weather pitches over in Aussie. And a lot of them didn't even bring moulds to play on it.
This one skids away from the catcher this time. We'll try and see if we can pick up any other changes in the field for you, because I know you watching from back across the ditch. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, and the rest of the country there in Australia would love to know who's out there. But it looks like Eddards is still at first base.
Looks like a night game.
Charlesworth is now, he stayed in the game and he's coming to catch. So there's that change. Change of pace. Tahi only 60 feet away now. Damien, you got much better eyesight than me. I'm sure you can pick up those numbers on those shirts for us and check our lineup for our Aussies. And
yep.
Let us know of any changes.
Put in some new contacts before I left, so we're good to go.
I don't actually need contacts.
Wow.
You're just better than me.
Sure?
This one's a bit high, and it'll be back-to-back walks here in the top of the fourth innings. You can see Adam Rhineflesh takes out his gun ace, Austin Gooden, as the weather comes in. And that's probably wise, really, Damien, if the weather's and he could slip or something like that. You don't want to hurt your ace in game one of a competition, do you?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, 5 tests, 3 days. It's a long old haul. But one thing different from most of the country is that Manawatū are with the times and the pitching off a block. No pitching mad out there. I know there'll be a few legends around the country going yes as well.
Very impressed, Damien.
Yeah, very, very. The rest of the world don't play on mats. We play on mats, and I guess that comes down to having a great grounds crew, which the 06 have here.
Well, now we can say some of us play on mats because obviously Manawatū and North Harbour don't. So,
all right. No, we play on an all-weather pitch.
It's catching on. It's catching on.
Oh, I know there's a block going into Whakatiki Park.
Yeah. Raumana Kumaroa now, the shortstop, will step in to go to work with runners in the corners for New Zealand.
Yeah, good time for New Zealand to get some runs on the board.
This one's up top.
Playing to their weather strengths.
And you can see a wise parent. It's not his first rodeo. Got the deck chair, the phone, and the umbrella good to go.
Still in the shorts and t-shirt though, love it.
Oh, yeah. It's summertime, buddy. It's summertime.
It's right, absolutely. It wouldn't be a summer tournament without a drizzle or two. Ooh.
This one just gets away inside and clips the foot. And just looking at that, it's a substitution. Joseph Hill has come into the ball game in shirt number 3. And he's welcomed with a hit by pitch. So loaded bases situation.
Did his job.
Now. And Tyrone Robinson, the designated player, will step up with a big opportunity here for New Zealand, trailing by 7.
Yeah, loaded bases here. None down in the bottom of the 4th. Down by 7 going into that run rule 5th innings. Tyrone with the, I love those cleats.
Damien, we obviously know what Tyrone's trying to do in this situation. On the flip side for Australia, Noah Powell here, he's come into the ball game. The ball's wet. They have a 7-run lead at this point. What is he looking to try to achieve?
Looking to get it out at this stage and stop New Zealand from getting any, I guess. I mean, but you've got that 7-run buffer. There's only 4 out there. But he's just got to find his rhythm, find out what's working for him in this wet and get used to it.
See, Dugout is still at shortstop. I picked that one before you, Damien. So I got the catcher, the pitcher, the first baseman, and the shortstop.
Yeah, all right. It's been a slow morning, all right?
Okay.
My bad. We're warming up.
We go. Beveridge, he's in at second base. There, buddy.
Is that another one?
Yep.
Oh, sorry about you.
And third base is Blake Turner. So he's going from the catching role over to third base as Charlesworth comes in. So that's the change in the infield. D, I'll leave the outfield to you.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate you.
Riseball up top.
Glove. Tay thinks against it. Just quickly.
It's not far enough away there for New Zealand to capitalise. And I guess at this point, with no outs, no need to be hasty here. And the head coach for New Zealand, Jason Kumaroa, he's one of those intelligent coaches. There'll be no worry, there'll be no panic. Just methodical. Let's find our way back in the game.
Well, you know, a game like softball, momentum's key as well. You know, it can really get the team going. And to start an innings, get the bases loaded, 1 out, throw it back to the hill.
Wiseman to the screen, and you see Tahi come in to score here. New Zealand's first run of the ball game coming in the bottom of the 4th innings, and Dugout has gone walk, hit pitch, wild pitch to the screen to give up the first run to New Zealand, and immediately that'll bring out of the dugout the head coach for Australia, Adam Rhineflesh.
Yeah, unfortunately, not. You know, it is what it is. Going out there in this weather, like we've mentioned, wouldn't be used to it at all. But yeah, good call by the coach. Just not adjusting. Walk, hit by pitch, wild pitch. Yeah.
Well, duck away with this pitching change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout at the bottom of the 4th innings.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aoranui Hospice, Just Zilch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 five-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers.
Bottom of the fourth innings here, New Zealand with loaded bases and a pitching change both ways. The top of the innings, they bring off the bench Joseph Hill to rest the the pitcher that came in for Australia was Noah Powell, and then they brought back in the ace again who started this game, Austin Gooden. So runners in 2 and 3, apologies at this time. No outs here, bottom of the fourth innings. New Zealand just struck for their first run.
Yeah, Power just another one off the glove. They're going to bring in another run. Tyre Robertson.
Yeah, well done, indeed. Tyre Robinson just takes his time. Yeah, pitches outside the zone, and New Zealand double their score, 7 runs to 2.
Yeah, sorry, Chuck, got excited there. Yeah, they bring, now they got the runners on the corners. Robinson goes waltzing into one before realising that they got back in time.
So no outs here, and the Kiwis have got them cornered. Runners on 1 and 3, and it'll bring up the bat now. Boston Allen, the left fielder, comes from a good genealogy of softballers at New Zealand. First pitch is up top. New Zealand just seeing what the defence from Australia are doing there, Damien. We can see that defensive play with shortstop and second base.
Yeah, back up the middle. The corners are right back as well.
This one's up. And in that pitching change they made, ladies and gentlemen, they switched Blake Turner back from third base into catch. Yep. So Gooden's got his battery mate behind the dish.
2 off the glove though.
Charlesworth slotted into third base. So 2 runners in scoring position now. This one off the end of the bat, looking to find no man's land. But ranging over the outfield of the play at the plate. And New Zealand will score in a sacrifice fly. Now some craziness.
With the tag up with the catch. New Zealand score. McWilliams goes sliding into home plate. Tyrone Robertson at second. Holds up. Thinks against it. Ball bounces off him. Thinks against it again. Still safe on 2.
You can see here as the runner comes in to score. Gets in easily. Then the throw to pick off the second base. Comes off the base runner Robinson. As you so rightly put, decides to stay put. Good base running. New Zealand's cross. Home plate again. 7 runs to 3 now.
Ratu into bat.
second baseman for New Zealand, facing the ace, Austin Gooden from Australia. Look up and down this lineup for the Kiwis, Damon, and there are lots of softball names there, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. And, names we've been calling for a good couple years now as well. But Maratu, of course, son of Stephen Maratu, heavily involved, ex-Black Sox, heavily involved in the system still.
He just signed on as the assistant coach for the New Zealand White Sox.
Yes. Stephen
Maratu. Giving back to the sport. He's got an outstanding daughter playing the game too, young Tyre. Back to the action here.
Sure, Rico, appreciated you bringing up Sis while he's batting.
Lots of love between the two of them, don't be fooled for
Absolutely.
sure. 3 straight balls here to Maratu.
Hitters count here.
This one's down low, and Maratu will take a 4-pitch walk and head on down to first base. The Kiwis look composed right now.
And they got to. They've got an advantage, then that's the weather. They're used to what they're seeing, and they're just letting the Australian pitchers find their groove as they have to drive the ball in between pitches.
New Zealand's going to make a offensive change here coming into the batter's box. Due up was Thord. Top of the shot, Palmerston Nicola coming out of the ball game and into the ball game. Pinch hitter from Counties Manawatū with arguably the best batting helmet in New Zealand is Richard Terude.
Yeah, another kid we've got to watch over the last few years really come into his own. Good to see him in the chance to play for New Zealand.
D, how you getting on with that Aussie outfield, bud?
Squinting a lot, mate. Squinting a lot.
Okay, I got one. Tyson Buswell is still at left field. Just 2 players left for you, bud.
Oh, yeah, 23. Can't even see the numbers. 23 started. McCarroll's still out there.
Nice.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
0-1 the count here. Change up in the dirt to Terude. Of course, Terude coming out of that softball-rich heritage of Counties Manawatū. Boy, oh boy, do they breed athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good to see their age groups really thriving at the moment and doing wonders in those age group competitions. Yes, when they get a bit older, they might go up the line or whatever to get some more premier ball. But, this age group, talent.
You saw just flicked up on the screen for you the schedule for this weekend. Of course, game 1 we're into right now, the juniors. And the schedule goes juniors, as in U18, 23s, U18, 23s. It's how it will run all week. 1:30 is the next game. The under-23s will jump on here to Diamond 1 at Palmerston North, Colquhoun Ballpark. And then the juniors will be back in action at 4 p.m. There's a special welcome at 7 p.m. tonight. Really looking forward to that, mihi whakatau. And then 7:30 is the big banger tonight. I reckon that U23 game tonight at 7:30 is going to be guns blazing.
Yeah, well, it has everything written for it. Lights. Hopefully the weather will play its part. Should be a good one.
Yeah, this one taken up top. A good battle by the pincher to Terude as he will head down to first base.
Australia load the bases again. We'll have a quick corridor in the middle meeting between the coach and the infield.
Yeah, head coach Wineflesh is out. These games are scheduled for 7 innings. There are no time restrictions on these games today. So we have got plenty of time here. As you so rightly mentioned, Manawatū Softball Association in conjunction with the Palmerston North City Council were brilliant back in 2022 and installed TV lights here. Not just able to play at night time, but able to broadcast at night time. So
good.
Fantastic indeed. And apparently we're inviting all the neighbours to come over so we can go past 10 p.m.
Oosh. Thanks, neighbours.
10:30, yeah, there you go. Where would you want to be anyway, right?
Exactly.
Friday night in Palmerston North, come to the ballpark.
And mate, sorry, if you're going to buy a house next to a ballpark, just accept it.
So loaded bases here for New Zealand. Second time here in the fourth innings. And only one away, and it'll be Tamihana Star that will have a big opportunity as the tying run comes to the plate.
Yeah, the centre fielder with all the wheels likes to get down and dirty.
And Gooden just rears back and throws pure gas.
Love that aggression from Star going at the first pitch with a big swing. Robinson on 3. Got to admit, Chop, pretty proud seeing my cleats on a New Zealand uniform. And the kid wearing them, I guess.
This one's over the top of the zone. So 1-1 the count on Star here. Waiting on deck for an opportunity. Licking his lips.
Absolutely. He would be.
This one fouls off. So 1-2 the count here.
Robertson at 3, Ratu at 2, and Turudi at 1.
Loaded bases situation. Bottom of the fourth innings. One down. Outside misses, and Gooden wanted it. Gooden. You can see the facial expression. He is up for the challenge here. Here comes the 2-2. Oh, top of the zone, and Gooden just clipped that zone to perfection.
Yeah, try to use all of it. Starting to find his rhythm here with the wet ball. And yeah, getting the KC called for that all-important second out with bases loaded still.
Change of pace to Mason Carey now. 2 away here. This one fouls back. Mason Carey, he's a heavy hitter, Damien.
Yeah, this kid can swing a bat. He's been pretty prominent in New Zealand softball and baseball in the last few years. But yeah, the catcher knows the zone so well. And yeah, very, very dangerous hitter.
Gooden just tries to nibble the outside edge of the bread loaf. Can't quite get him to butter his side. Don't get me started with Vegemite either.
Oh, yuck. I mean, sorry.
You're a Marmite kid.
I am a Marmite kid for sure.
Fair enough.
So's my boy.
This one's outside too. So a hitter's count now for New Zealand's catcher. Watching on the left fielder for Australia, Buswell. Big swing, big pitch, rise ball's power. Out of good, and that'll fill up the count.
Good swing on a 3-1 to load the counts. Mason always steps up, looking for that hit.
This one's down low, and Carey is patient. He is cool, he's calm, collected. And that'll walk in another run here for New Zealand, Damien. 7 runs to 4 now.
Yeah, and the important one is they're coming up to their 10th batter. with so many walks, they need to adjust something here with the wet ball. Maybe get some more grip on it. I don't know, but yeah, just the Australian pitchers here giving up these 4 runs in this innings.
Gabriel Tahite, the right fielder now. He's got bases loaded. It is 2 down here. Aussie just 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
Tahite led off with that walk. First runner to score in this one. For New Zealand, of course.
2 down low. Six walks this innings, 1 hit pitch, 2 separate pitches for Australia out of the 9 batters faced so far. That tells you the story here in the bottom of the 4th innings. Tahite punches this one, and it's a line drive into the right fielder's glove to stop the bleeding. Hey how does it for Australia, but it's not before New Zealand with patience, composure. They plate 4, Damien.
Yep, and they needed those 4. Yep.
Indeed, 4 indeed. That'll do us through the bottom of the 4th innings. Top of the 5th, more action coming. 7 runs to 4, Australia leading.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aoranui Hospice, Just Silch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to
Well, slip sliding away, bottom of the 4th innings was a fantastic one for New Zealand as they picked up a number of walks, a hit by pitch, but more importantly for them, Damien, 4 very valuable runs for them to get themselves back in this ball game. Only trailing by 3 now. Australia, though, top of the 5th innings. What would they want to do?
They'll want to get those 4 back, for sure. I mean, run rule was 7 after 5, and at one stage it looked like they might have gone that way. But good patience from the New Zealand batters in the last innings have, got it down to within 3, and Australia will be looking to claw them back.
So on the flip side, we saw the weather come in. That made it difficult for the pitcher Noah Powell, who came in relief for Australia. Had to swap the ace back in. But now the weather's come back in again, so it's New Zealand's turn to try and contend with this weather. And in this case, it is the relief pitching of Toby Smith that will have that duty.
Yeah, but we'll see how they deal with this. Unlike the Aussies, I don't want to say it, but the New Zealand pitchers would be used to a bit of this, even if it's more training on a Tuesday, Thursday night. Not that it's always torrential, but a little bit of drizzle.
This one's down low, so 2 straight balls issued here to the leadoff batter here in the 5th innings, Tyson Buswell, who'll be followed by Lachlan Tetheridge, and top of the order, Austin Gooden. 1, 2 and 3 for the Aussies.
Yeah, sorry we don't have the stats on how they started the game, this order, but it must have done pretty well to start with a 7-0.
Yeah, they got off to a hot start in the first innings. I think it was a double, the first batter. Damien, a double in the first batter from Gooden. And then the second batter did well as well. Try and pick up there was a home run to left field for Australia. Wow. So they come out of the gate hot.
And that's exactly what we thought they would do. What we saw of them against our Hutt Valley side on Wednesday is they like to play, like to come in and get things done. and at this age group, so they should.
This one's up top, so Buswell will head down with 4 straight balls. Of course, as we mentioned, Toby Smith comes out of the Canterbury region, and so they used to be pitching with a bit of precipitation down there.
Absolutely, yeah. When it's hot down in Christchurch, but when it's damp, it is damp. Another lefty coming through from Canterbury, not too bad.
Sacrifice bunt just drops, and no one could do anything with it. It was one of those in-between ones, Damien, and Carey did the right job. He just ate it.
Yeah, like it just really bounced in between all of them, didn't it? Could have been anyone but going forward Mason, who holds up the lead runner. But now Australia with those runners on 1 and 2.
No outs here. So Aussie looking to make something happen. Top of the shop now, Austin Gooden. He shows bunt as well. So head coach Adam Rhineflesh maybe looking to pull a few tricks out of the sleeve here in the wet, Damien.
Yeah, looking to shorten up, get all the, it might be a bit difficult ball in hand, but it's also a bit difficult underfoot as well, right? They play on cleats, but it still looks pretty wet down third bases. So they'll be utilising that, or trying to anyway.
So an image just before the centre fielder Tummy Hunter star for New Zealand. Uniform's nice and dirty. He's been putting his best foot forward, and you can see him there in the background.
Yeah, he's definitely slid in this one.
1-1 the count now.
Out of the box, surely.
This one's a foul ball.
I thought it hit him.
Comes just out of it. We'll see if we get a replay. We'll be able to tell you.
Angles.
The umpires we've got here are simply outstanding. We've got a couple of friends visiting from Australia. I think Darren Clark, I believe, is on the dish right now. Trevor Murphy's over at first base today, and Bryden Wells, Bryden Wells is the umpire at third. Thoughts on that play, Dane?
Yeah, good wheel, good hot feet to get out of the way of that. Ball went up. Good thing, good processing by trying to put it down.
A rise ball through the top of the zone. Best pitch we've seen from Smith. And that'll sit down Gooden for the first out here in the 5th innings.
An important first out here as well with 2 runners on. He just wants to find his rhythm here and hold them in. And with this weather, get it in the zone.
Thomas McCarroll now. Once one comes right down Main Street.
Here we see on that bunt. Yeah, just out of the way. Had to dance around it. Of course, if it had hit him, there would have been an out.
This one fouls off. Australia, a hot start in this game if you're just joining us. Picked up 7 runs through the first 3 innings offensively. New Zealand waited to the bottom of the 4th where they picked up their 4 runs. As you can see, Richard Turude has stayed in the game. He came in for Cooper Nicola, so he's at third base now.
Yep.
And Smith, boy oh boy. A little something about composure goes a long way.
Oh, 100%. You can either pack it in on the hill and go the struggle street, or you can step up, keep composed, and just work with your catcher, and that's exactly what they're doing.
So we're 2 away here. Australia will send up their starting catcher. No, apologies, starting shortstop, Alex Duncove. So fouls back. Well, if you're in the region, Papaia, Palmerston North, within a 10-hour radius,
Ish.
Come on down. We're going to have fantastic softball, wall-to-wall coverage of the softball here through Beyond the Dugout, but I tell you what, you can't beat it live, Dave.
No, the ballpark, always good. Good peoples, good friends. It's always like a reunion down here. And the 06 tuck shop's open. It smells good.
This one's down low. Drop ball's good.
Good holding from Kerry back there.
Like I mentioned, Damien, I saw, as you see, Australia runner at second base there. He's poised, trying to come home. Buzz well. Next game coming up at 1:30. The U33s will get in the house. Pitching for New Zealand will be Caleb Colquhoun, and for the Australians will be Joel Byrne. That one is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. and it's 1 minute past 1 now, so you might find that game gets shifted just a little.
Oh yeah, we don't want to ruin anything, so I'm sure we'll have a bit of breathing space in between, just to let the get the moisture off the timer, so we're not ruining it for the next 3 days. Yeah, because there's a lot of ball to be played. Yeah,
sure is. WBSC have a strict protocol and lead up to a game. Timings are set, and teams can warm up and things, so we're all governed by them. Change of pace. Boy, oh boy, it's a little bit of trouble in the first two batters that Toby Smith faced, but then it's back to back to back, baby, strikeouts in a row, and it's a donut for the Aussies. Bottom of the fifth coming up next. New Zealand trailing by 3.
Steve's Tyre Service and Auto. Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aotearoa Hospice, Just Zilch, and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Links is good with it.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ballpark. You can see the schedule's up in front of you. It is the Major Sox, New Zealand's U23 men's team. Get underway their campaign against Australia, 1:30. 4 o'clock is the juniors again. 7:30 is the main game tonight. Rest of the matches you see on the screen through Saturday and Sunday here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Great to have you along, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper, and calling the cover an ever-experienced and kind of slightly handsome Damien Collins.
Slightly? Just slightly, you sure, mate?
Someone's got a pretty little looks up. Everyone's seen Chopper. That ain't going to happen.
Voice for radio.
New Zealand, though, they are looking up at the moment. In the bottom of the fifth innings, they trail by 3. 7 runs to 4 is the score. And I tell you what, this kid that's up to bat for New Zealand now, leading off here in the fifth innings, I've been super excited to see him wear the black jersey. He is good, and it is Cole McWilliams.
Got a walk in his last at bat. Was one of the runners to cross and build that momentum for this New Zealand side. I don't know much about him.
Counties Manukau lad.
Yes.
And boy, oh boy, can he bang. Just unleashes in the batter's box. Had a fantastic under-17s national championship for counties. And got the silver medal, and this time he gets rung on the corner for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth innings.
Yeah, used all the zone, did good in there to get him looking for the strikeout call.
Romana Kumuraoa now. As McCarroll, the centre fielder, watches on. Tries a running bunt, now will go foul.
Made a beautiful catch, a beautiful play earlier in the game.
Just for those who've just tuned in, yes, looks like a change. Apologies, that's right. He came in earlier, Joseph Hill. He got hit by pitch. That was his welcome into the ball game. He came in for Kumaroa. Yes, apologies. Just for those that have just tuned in, especially an umpire from Wellington, welcome into the broadcast. He'd like to know who the umpires are on first, second and third. Well, there's only 2 umpires in the field, so we'll give you those. That is Trevor Murphy at 1. Bryden Wells is at 3. Behind the dish, and apologies if I've got his name incorrect, but I believe it is Darren Clark from Australia.
Got to give love to the Blues for sure. Don't know about that one from Wellington though.
They're all good. Fantastic. Love them to bits, to be fair. And that's spoken as a true previous catcher. Bottom 5 here, 1 away is Hill. Waves at a low lifter on the outside edge. That's got pure pace, Damien.
Yeah, really did. Got him really going for it there. Couldn't get back to ball. Another out, 2 down here.
So you can see this next game coming up 1:30 p.m. Game 2 of the schedule here of the 3-day competition in Palmerston North. The Major Sox, New Zealand's U23 team. Stevie Dean's in charge of those boys. Take on Aussie. Can't wait for that one.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Good mate of mine in charge of Australia, Scotty Sunnelly out of Redlands, Brisbane, Australia. It'll be a ding-dong
battle.
Matty Jordan's just happy about that one.
Shout out
Tyrone
to the
Robertson,
director.
he is happy. He's got a 2-0 count. Ready to green light himself, that's for sure.
Roney's had a big season here in New Zealand.
Australia looks like they've got some work happening in the bullpen, just behind our camera operator at first base.
Maluga looks like he's keeping warm there.
This one just gets the bottom of the zone.
3-1 here on Robinson.
Hitters count, looking to take an opportunity. And he swings hard, looking for that opportunity, but Gooden falls it off the table.
Yeah, really went at that one. Back to the catcher. Quick stretch.
The weather has brightened a little. I'm pleased to say that rain has reduced itself to just a firm drizzle.
A firm drizzle. You'll get all the descriptions on the weather here this weekend, I'm sure.
Very well. Full count. And Gooden pumps the rise ball through the top of the zone and puts a donut up on New Zealand. We're through 5 complete, ladies and gentlemen. It is Australia leading New Zealand in the 18 men's division. 7 runs to 4. Blake Turner, the catcher, and Flynn Eddards, the first baseman, will be followed by Ezekiel Turnbull, the third baseman here, as they go 1, 2, 3. Apologies. Into the game was number 6, Chad Charlesworth for Australia. They lead by 3 here in the top of the 6th innings. And that firm drizzle has just gone up a little notch into a consistent.
Okay, so we've got firm and consistent.
Consistent.
All right, we're going to keep
showering.
Okay, so I just got to get the levels here.
Okay, that's where the weather is.
I'll put those two on the scale there.
You can see the centre fielder. He's like, dude,
he's like, come on.
Can anyone feel this rain? Can you see this? Tommy Hunter Star at centre field.
How good are those cameras to pick up that rain? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of it.
A big shout out to the crew here at Beyond the Dugout. Of course, our camera operators out there in the rain giving you these live images for you.
Shot team.
Poor old Adam Reinfest, the head coach for Australia, doesn't get that privilege of getting out of the rain either.
Do you reckon they've already called our grounds next year?
Question.
Yes.
Favourite magic trick?
Ooh, what?
I mean, there's like the hair in the hat thing.
The rabbit in the hat,
rabbit
of
in the
course.
hat, yeah.
I don't know, sawing the person in half with the midget in the bottom. No?
Is that your favourite?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, well then, here's your challenge this week, Damien Collins. No. You have to go and see the head coach for Australia, Adam Reinflesh.
Saw someone in half.
And get him to perform that magic trick before he leaves this weekend.
That's cool.
Sawing a midget in half. Is that what you said?
Well, I don't know. Isn't there usually 2 people in the box?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Giving away secrets.
Oh, so they're actually
I can give away secrets because I'm not a magician.
Right. I'm with you now.
Is that what happened to you? No?
This one's outside as Toby Smith continues to work here for New Zealand.
Great last innings from Smith. Getting those 2 base runners early, but then going KKK to retire the side.
And Turner will wait that walk out the outside edge. And so down to first base he goes. And that's been the consistent thing when the weather started to turn a little here, just trying to grip those first couple of batters, isn't it?
Yeah, fine. I mean, it's the cooling down as well in between. It's not too warm out there. But yeah, Toby Smith, he'll keep going. He'll keep going for sure.
We'll try and get a update for you on how long there will be between the end of this game and the start of the U23 one before we go off here. As we know, it was scheduled for 1:30. That's in 15 minutes. That is not going to happen. My best bet, Damien, it's like a 2 p.m.-ish start for the 23s.
Oh, I could probably give you the 7:30 game's going to start at 8:30.
There is a Mihi Whakatau at 7 p.m. So, of course, if they've got it all set for outside, but they could run that inside if required. This one skids away. Just
talking to Councillor Vaughan Dennison. They're going to put a roof on this place soon. It's next on the budget for the council.
That's what I'm talking about. Papaia, Palmerston North City Council, got to go.
They'll get all the tournaments.
Swing and a miss. Now, I don't like telling stories out of camp, but I do have a good one from the Junior World Cup back in 2020 hosted here.
Go on, man.
I won't say who the young man was, but one of the junior Black Sox asked the head coach for New Zealand at the time, Jared Martin, and as they were warming up for a game, this one's down low, see it does, and in the hills behind us, there's all those windmill generating,
yes, of course,
electricity up there.
Yeah.
And it was a windy day, and he's like, Coach, do they have to have those fans on all the time? I'm not going to say who the athlete was, but he's quite the character.
Oh, Coach. Oh, no. That's pretty funny.
This one's up top. Eddards patiently waits. 2-1 the count now. No outs in the top of the 6th innings. If you are just joining us, Australia jumped out to a hot start for the first 3 innings of play. Played in 7 runs, including a home run in the first innings. New Zealand then got their first run of the ball game. Came in the bottom of the fourth with 4 runs. That's the scoreline you have now as a walk is issued to Flynn Edwards. So back-to-back walks here to start the 6th innings for New Zealand.
Yeah, nothing out of the norm at the moment. Just getting used to that, the wet ball in between innings. But if we're going off anything, Toby Smith, he can stay cool, calm and collected out there. So we'll see what he comes back with.
This one just skids off the glove of Carey. So free 60 feet of real estate for the Aussies. 2nd and 3rd now.
Yeah, they'll be looking to claw back those runs they've given up to give that buffer here in the top of the 6th. Of course, New Zealand with 2 more bats. All that water on the surface down 3rd is getting a bit bigger, especially along the line of the diamond as well.
Smith loses control of that one. And I think they might throw a clean ball out. We'll find out. No, he's happy with it. Dry enough. Rico Rato, the second baseman. So it's a Canterbury shortstop pitcher, second base, out there at the moment. So they are familiar with each other.
Of course.
This one's pulled down the line, but foul. Oh, the Australian coaching staff. We mentioned the magician, Adam Ryan Fletcher. No, actual magician. And but their assistant coach here this week, Callum Beashall and Jake Reynolds. So they've got good talent there and experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking to Beveridge the other day, utilising some senior players to help out with the junior program is doing wonders for them.
Harry Pearson is their physio and the ever lovable team manager, Leslie Darby. Great to see her again. Boy, oh boy. I can't even remember the first time I met the manager from Australia, but always a pleasant person to catch up with at a ballpark.
You do know some good peoples.
Mother of pitcher James Darby, through for Australia, beat New Zealand in Canberra one year to James, and then finished his career, a long career for and I think still throwing for them from time to time, for Great Britain.
Outstanding. 3 walks.
Loaded bases here on 3 walks. And a great catch was taken at right field by Max Hayhell, but he's going to come out of the ball game here. Damien, who we got coming in?
Number 39, is it? Oh, 37, sorry. Jonathan Faber?
Sounds perfect to me. So young Thabar will get an opportunity. We see the battery coach out here from New Zealand, David Gollan, and he'll be talking about what's required to pitch in this. And Gollan will be loving this young kid, Toby, because a lefty pitcher in himself.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, the battery coach, David Gollan from Wellington, has been there, done that, so you have a lot of experience to pass down to these kids, these young men, sorry.
So back to the action now. Loaded bases, no outs for the Aussies in the top of the 6th innings. And the first pitch to pinch hitting Faber is through the top of the zone.
Yeah, Toby needs to start using that zone. Stop the walks. Start using your field maybe. Start getting some outs.
Rise ball buzzes the tower. We'll level the count. I'll just check that count. I believe it's 1-1.
Yep, 1-1.
Smith now is this one's punched to the right side of the field.
Going to be fielded by Corey List.
One ball and 2 strikes the count now. As we see perched, I think, 60 feet away for Australia. 33 into the ball game.
Makeda, Thompson, Tatana.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Is that what it says?
It is. I just looked it up on the graphic as well. So, yeah, definitely. Makeda, Thompson, Tetana into the ball game. Running at third base at the moment for Australia. It's a good Kiwi name right there.
Well, I was about to say it's a hell of an Aussie name.
This one fouls off. I met him actually at Fraser Park the other night, and we got him. They'd finished their under-18s game. They come over to watch the 23s in the second match, and I was like, "Hey, dude, you want to do the DJ?" Yeah. So he did the music for us
For that second game?
Yeah, young.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Makeda, Thompson, Tana, DJ Tatana.
DJ Tatana.
So 2-2 count here, loaded bases. This one's up in the air. It's shallow though. Third baseman going over to make the catch does Terude for the first out.
New Zealand needed that. Loaded bases on 3 straight walks. They needed to just stop this momentum that Australia are going to start building up. It looks to start trying out their chop.
Yep, rain has stopped. Good chance for those puddles to try and dissipate a little out there in the field. And stepping into the batter's box now for Australia is Tyson Buswell. Drop balls through. Looks like Smith has found his range again.
Yeah, calmed it down in the last couple batters. The drizzle has stopped, so at least it's not coming down on him every pitch. What's this on the scale, Chop? The weather. We've had firm, we've had consistent.
Consistent showers. Right now, it's a spluttering of cloudiness.
A spluttering of cloudiness.
No need to talk about the rain.
That goes on the scale.
This one's just outside.
We're going to have a graphic for you by the end of the
The Aussie dugout there. All prepared. Ready. Trying to protect this. Add to this 3-run lead here in the top of the 6th innings. Hard hit ball up the middle from Buswell. 1 will come in. 2 with a play at the plate. And he is safe. And a bang-bang play at home plate. Eddards with a bit of gas. Buswell drives into 9 runs to 4.
Yeah, great hard hit ball up the middle here from Buswell. As you'll see, Toby Smith unable to get the glove down in time, and it goes straight through the middle to Tommy Hanastara in centre field, who tries to blast it home in time. Carey just unable to get the tag. And Australia score.
Well, clutch hitting from the Australian left fielder, Tyson Buswell. And insurance run time for sure, Damien, here in the top of the 6th innings. And just what the doctor ordered, or just what the magician ordered for Adam Rindfleisch.
Well played there, mate. Well played.
So the Western Australian, Lachlan Tethridge watches the ball outside for the first pitch.
Tethridge, a well-known name in the Australian circles for the last, 23 years?
Yeah, of course, the head coach now, former manager.
Yes.
For the Australian Steelers and a number of other teams throughout that career. Might add, Michael Tethridge, the father of Lachlan. Swinging bunt. Tough play defensively, nothing you can do with it.
Tethridge doing the job again. Had a beautiful bunt go down to no man's land in his last at bat. And just was wondering what to do there for a second. Everyone thought it might have gone foul ball, but put on the Jets when he decided to. And that will load up the bases again.
You can see Terude there wisely. There was no play with that. A swinging bunt, to be fair, Damon, is the hardest defensive play to make.
Yep, and they try to take a lead at third. Tururi just unable to get that ball in time as well. Smith still on the hill here for New Zealand. Another hard hit shot right up the middle. They're going to score one. They're going to score two. Cut off in the middle by so Australia back to the run rule, 7 up here after 5. Looks like they're going to make a change here. So Toby Smith comes out of the game, and it looks like Tyrone Robinson's going to come into the game. We will take a quick break while Rooney warms up. That pitching change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aotearoa Hospice, Just Zilch, and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
Well, a bang, a bang, and a splash here. Australia come out of the gates red hot. 7 runs through the first 3 innings. New Zealand replied for 4 in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 6 innings now. Australia have banged in a few more. They lead 11 runs to 4. A 7-run margin here. Australia, to be fair, are commanding in a pitching change, Damien.
Yeah, Tyrone Robinson coming into the hill here for New Zealand. Start the game in the DP spot, but Anne had a pitch, I believe, earlier in the game before I got here. Fashionably late, chopper time. Down the hot corner, off the base.
That's right of the line, good indeed, and Aussie will benefit. And a rabbit in the hat comes off the base, and Aussie will plate their 12th run of the ball game.
Loving these puns, my man, loving these puns. No, hard hit shot down the hot corner. They don't call the hot corner for nothing. And just off the base, Tururi unable to get to it. And Australia score another one.
So McCarroll with an RBI here on the top of the 6th.
Cool too.
And Australia still with 2 runners in scoring position here now. Alex Duncalf.
Inside pitch.
This one just skids away. Ladies and gentlemen, just an announcement for the schedule. It is not confirmed yet, but if this weather does not improve,
or play ball,
they are going to make changes to day 1 schedule. There will be softball. It's just going to be slightly different, and we're going to give you the update of that as we get closer to the end of this match. Stay tuned.
Very lucky here at Colquhoun. There's a lot going on, but they do have 2 identical diamonds, world class. Unfortunately, one has great lights, the other one has none, but we do have options. Actually, they have about 6 diamonds here, but that skin diamond to the left of us looking pretty good as well.
Next game for the Junior Black Sox in Australia is scheduled at 4 p.m. today. I believe that game is going to go ahead. This one's up top. Starting shortstop for Australia. He's looked good in the field. I'm sure he'd love to contribute here in the bat as well. Big opportunity now. Leading by 8. This one's fouled down the line. Tyre Robinson, tell us a bit about this pitcher. Of course, you know him very well. He's from your own home club, Tortona Park, and your home association, Hart Valley. Tell us a bit about the kid.
Well, firstly, thank you for saying it so I don't have to. Tyrone, 16 years old, had a big season, the MVP at the Under-17 national winning side for Hart Valley, and just last week as well, took home the nationals for St. Patrick's College Silverstream. Been in the D-Sox program, coming through to the juniors now. Still got a couple more years to go, but the man-child, as we like to call him back home, with those size 14 cleats on his feet. Big future, but very proud of this young man.
Interesting move here as we see the pass ball allows another run for Australia, 13 now. You don't normally see a starting pitcher, and that's what Robinson was in this match. Came out after the third. Toby Smith to come in relief. This one goes to the screen. You don't normally see them have a couple of innings off and then come back into the ball game, especially when you're down by a margin. But that's the choice right here, and another run comes in. 14-4 now, the score. And then I guess for Robinson's point of view here, he's just going to bear down and give New Zealand a chance.
He's got to give them outs, right? He can't, although I've seen him do it plenty of times, going to gas everyone, but he's got to give outs. The ball bobbing off the glove off carry or past them, it's just got to stop. But also, this is the first game. There's still 4 more to go. So they've just got to get through this one, regroup, and go again.
One thing, too, just to mention, and you were saying how happy you were to see Manawatū invest in the block here in their association. And, of course, a throw down to 2, and that is off to the races with a bounce. And so not just one base, but I'll take 2, does Alex Duncalf.
Yeah, good base running there to just put on the jets and get to third. You're 10 runs ahead, but you don't stop, do you?
Damien, one of the things, of course, is the top of the innings. Damien, what I wanted to get at is the block. There's only 2 associations using it, Manawatū and North Harbour. And the problem is, we know that's hard hit, but just foul down the line. The problem is when you go to international competition, like this was here, you have to pitch off the block. So how much of a disadvantage is that for a pitcher like Tyrone Robinson and a Toby Smith?
It's huge, Chop. It's huge because, they're pitching into a hole. They make their own divots. Your ankles are different. You've got to control everything about your body differently. It's not just a flat surface with a bit of rubber to stop you and your cleats to dig into. You're uneven footing. You can't go flat every innings.
Let's look at the emergence of the South American pitchers that are coming out of Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay. A number of those federations or countries in South America all don't just pitch off, they leap off the block. Sideways, left, right. The kid from Mexico, unreal change-up and rise ball that kicks because he's able to throw off the block.
Yeah, and they're all doing it. I think, we talk about the weather a couple innings ago being the equaliser for Australia and New Zealand. Maybe this is the equaliser with us not having the mat out there.
But the good thing is that is slowly changing. 2 associations in New Zealand have made the move and have invested in it. Now it's for the betterment of not only men's but also women's softball. It's the same issue when they go away as our ladies. Of course, our ladies are going away to the Canada Cup this year, the U23 and White Sox teams. So they'd love to get some mileage out of a block this season. Sears pops one up. That'll settle the second out here in the 6th innings. So things are starting to change in New Zealand. It's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, personally, I'll be going back to the club that we have our own ground. It's not very hard to put a block of wood in the ground, right? It's the maintenance. We've got to look after it. But you know, if we have enough volunteers put up their hands, and then it comes down to it, to give, you know, an up-and-comer like Tyre Robinson the best start so he can come here and not have to adjust every bit of his style.
I'll bring up to bat now. The third baseman came into the ball game in the fourth innings, Chad Charlesworth. Australia have runners in the corners here, lead by 10, top of the sixth innings.
Just quickly, did I see someone steal 10 runs ahead?
The international ball's a little different.
Yeah,
I think
they go
club
hard.
softball, mate.
They go hard.
Without a doubt. You're going to put yourself in that position, you pay the price. So no qualms about that whatsoever.
Good. Pulling the strings there, Roney.
He's got a different range of pitches, does Tyre Robinson.
He does.
He's pitched a lot this year. And I mean a lot. 17 national championship for Hutt Valley
All but
last
3.
week. Through the secondary schools championship for St. Pat's Silverstream. And every other competition you can think of throughout the season. So he has logged a lot of innings this year. Robinson, I'm sure the body is looking forward to a rest.
Oh, he doesn't get a rest. He goes all year round. But he's sponsored by NZCIS, multi-million-dollar sports facility in Upper Hutt. Luckily, Dad has the keys, and he rehabs well. He looks after himself, gets in the infrared, gets in the hot cold pools, doing everything right that, you know, adults should be doing at 16 years old.
2-2. And apologies, it was 3-2. That'll be a walk now. Down to first base goes Charlesworth. So loaded bases here. And Australia's not finished in the top of the sixth innings. And came in the last innings, number 37, Jonathan Faber with his second at-bat of the contest. This one just misses. Of course, lucky for us, Damien, we've got the superstar coming into the booth in the next one. Jackie Smith is in the house.
She looks surprised.
Looking,
Oh, is that because we called Superstar?
really looking forward to that. Of course, the last two times Jackie's been at Papua was the International Series for the World Cup in 22, where she was involved. And then, of course, the Junior World Cup in 2020, presenting for Sky TV the whole week. So lucky to have Jackie Smith in the house, Hall
She's
of Famer.
not bad. She's not bad.
New Zealand. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count here on Faber. Grand Slam. You see Kumaro watching in the shortstop. Apologies, it was Joseph Hill, the change. The first baseman, Mick Williams, will take that with one hand, and that'll do us through the top of the sixth innings. And a crooked number is a crooked number. 7 runs have scored in the top of the sixth. We'll be back. New Zealand will need to score a bunch. See you soon.
Steve's Tyre Service and Auto
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aotearoa Hospice, Just Silch, and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
Well, the Kiwis have come up thick and fast. The first 3 innings, the Aussies put up 7 runs, and then in the 6th, they pumped another 7. They lead with a margin of 10 here, bottom of the 6th innings. The Kiwis will need a few to keep this game alive here against the ace pitcher, Austin Gooden. New Zealand will send up 3 of their best here, Damien, to get them started.
Yeah, Gooden's doing well.
Real opportunity here. Of course, it's the Joseph Hill will lead off here for New Zealand, and then he'll be followed by, it's Boston Allen leading off, apologies.
Yes.
And then Rico Rato, then top of the shop, came in, substitute was Richard Terude. That's New Zealand 1, 2 and 3 here at the bottom of the 16s.
Definitely need our sheets for the next game.
This one fouls back. Of course, a beautiful day here, 21 degrees Celsius. It's not cold at all. It's actually beautiful weather, temperature-wise. It's just a spattering of rain. And as I look out to the outfield now, maybe our cameraman will get us a shot. The sun is trying to peep through those clouds there in the distance, Damien.
What?
The sun is trying to peep its way through.
Welcome to the Tory. Good to see you, son.
So another scale for you, of course,
Yeah.
to get a shot of that weather.
What's this one called?
Yeah, about to tell you. Of course, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Peaking Sun is the weather forecast for this one.
Is that on the scale?
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger,
Hidden Peaking Sun.
Hidden Peaking Sun.
There you go. No rain and the sun's trying to peek through the clouds. A lead-off walk here for Allen.
So we've got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Peaking Sun, splattering of clouds, firm, and consistent showers, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, getting there.
Add it to the graphic.
Add it to the graphic. This one is Rico Ratu, watches a rise ball pumped outside the zone. So a lead-off walk for Allen for New Zealand, and just what they needed here, bottom of the 6th inning. Of course, a margin of 7 or more will terminate this game early, Damien.
Yeah, if we're in the 4th, it'd be done as well. But not before New Zealand score 10 in the bottom of the 6th.
New Zealand scored 4, of course, together in the 4th innings. That was a combination of relief pitching from Noah Powell and then Gooden back into the game.
Is that rain back now that you've talked about the sun? It's like, nah, you can't have some sun without me. Classic.
He's come back in, and it's going to be a little bit like that today. The good thing is I look out to the west of our location, Damien, and the clouds look less and the sun looks more. So hopefully a hard hit ball comes off. The fielder, I believe, from Ratu, but he laced that one. And the fielder is not healthy either, the poor young fella.
No, Eddards.
That hit him with a great rate of knots.
It sure did. Hard hit, shot to first. I think I got him in the chest.
Yeah, ricochets off the first baseman. He's okay. He's just a little winded, if you like. Just getting a little attention off screen at the moment. And I tell you one thing though, mate, those Aussies, they are tough.
They're tough.
Grinders, grafters, and everything else too. They are tough.
Is that where they get the steal from?
Yeah.
It's not because
Steelers.
of their, not because of their criminal history. No?
Made of steel.
Oh, of course.
No, I think originally, I need to check that. I think, and you see there's Eddards just getting checked by the physio, make sure he's okay.
Oh, collarbone, checking his collarbone.
I think, though, the Steelers, Damien, if I'm correct, was more about stealing bases, so Aussie steal bases.
Oh,
I think that's where it came from.
Fair.
But they are tough as steel, just like the first baseman out there. Eddards, Flynn Eddards, and he comes back out. I'm ready to go, coach.
Yeah, I'm all good. Just need to take a moment.
So tough as steel as the first baseman from Australia. Under 18 team. And Damien and Chopra are going to nickname them the Junior Steelers. Are we doing that together?
Sure, okay.
Okay.
So what are the 23s then?
Yeah,
Major Steelers?
We'll wait till that game before we
All
bring
right,
that one out.
All right.
This one pops up. Richard Taruti now came into the ball game for third baseman Polder Cooper Nicola. His second at-bat of the contest. Bottom 6, 2 runners on for the Kiwis.
Ooh.
Gordon pulls the string. Boy. It's like a rabbit coming out of the hat and pops straight back in.
Yeah, it really looked like he wanted to have a hack at that one for sure.
0-2. Rise ball just gets away from the catcher Turner. So New Zealand pick up 60 feet of real estate.
Yeah, good work with none down. They needed those 2 runners in scoring position to at least try and get themselves another innings.
Damien, we were talking a little bit before when young Lachlan Tethridge was up to bat about his father, Michael, now the current head coach of the Aussie Steelers. You got to spend quite a bit of time with him in the booth a couple of nights ago. But how is he and how are things going with the Aussies?
Well, he's a very cool character. Of course, known of him for years. 23 years he's been in the Australian Steelers setup with various roles. Manager for many years and taken over the head coach's role in the last couple since is it Lang? Stepped down. Stepping into the spot after so much loyalty is and it's in a good position. They seem to have everything on lockdown from juniors, 23s right up to the team. Almost a squad mentality, if you will, that anyone can come and go, and they push each other along. So they seem to have it under control. A 23s title, the current world champions. I asked them, was it a bit of pressure to take over the role? And he didn't lie. It was a little bit, but excited about the opportunity to be the head coach of Australia going forward.
Michael Tethridge, affectionately known more as Mike. A fantastic job. Congratulations to him and picking up the head coaching role for the Australian senior men's side, the Australian Steelers. What a way here in the bottom of the 6th innings. And Tommy Hunter Star. A tough day at the plate today for Star. It's been fantastic though out in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a few balls hit to him, and he's hasn't had the luxury of going to the second base of the cutoff. He's had to go up to 3 or home a couple times now, so he'll be looking to get a hit here.
Some down low. I mentioned a little bit earlier that there will be a slight change to the schedule coming up, potentially, depending on the weather. But what I will let you know is that all of the games that are scheduled for Diamond 1 will be played. Whether they're played today, tomorrow or Sunday, they will adjust the schedule to get all 5 matches between both 23s and 18s played this weekend, Damien. And they are looking potentially to move the next game, the under-23s game, scheduled straight after this one, move that to Sunday. And the 4 p.m. game for the under-18s will be the next match live here in Palmerston North. And the 7:30 time slot, the big one tonight, the 23s, is on the cards to be played here on Diamond 1.
Excellent. Something to look forward to tonight for sure.
A big swing and just a little bit of gas from Gooden on the outside edge.
Star goes swinging like he does. Down two down now.
So, down to the last out, the Kiwis and Mason Carey. A big bopper from the 04 region, Wellington Hutt Valley, steps in to go to work.
Of course, grew up in the Hutt Valley.
This one's hard. Here he goes. And to the fence and off the fence on the full. And Mason Carey as per the description, rips one, a double to plate 2 runs for New Zealand.
I think he looks a bit embarrassed about himself as well. He's head down at 2. Maybe should have been running it out instead of watching it go. But that just shows the skill of Mason Carey. He can do that with one swing. Beautiful. Beautiful. He's been doing it for years. Good to see him get an opportunity to do it in a New Zealand uniform.
Just about leaves the yard, does Carey. 2 runs will plate for New Zealand. There you can see it ricocheting off the fence in left field. And only turns it into a double. And immediately with 2 down, they'll send out a runner for him at second base.
Like you said.
Gabriel Tahitahi now steps in to go to work.
Like you said, Hutt Valley, Wellington for Mason. I'd love to see him back in the Hutt Valley. Grew up in the Hutt Valley.
Good rugby league player too is Mason. Seen him on the pitch. Wow, he can make a tackle.
So many multi-sport talents out here these days.
Tahitahi takes a change up through the zone. So New Zealand's still down to their last out here. 7-run margin is well above that at this point. So you can see 8 is the difference. New Zealand will need to score 2 runs. Keep this game alive.
Maybe someone needs to let some puppies out of the yard or something.
Well, they'll need to load the bases for that to happen, and
true,
more than happy to do that if it does. That's for sure. Austin Gooden sits back.
He's done good.
And Tahitahi laces one, and the right fielder's the right place at the right time, and that'll get game 1 done here for Australia. They run out commanding victors of 14 runs to 6. Damien, your thoughts?
Yeah, Aussie just doing what they needed to right the way through that. They had a little bit of a hiccup in the 4th and 5th, but they keep the foot down, adjusted with the weather, adjusted with the players that they came in and out with the battery. To get a good start, good starting win to this 5-test series.
I'm going to come back to you for the Beyond the Dugout, the player of the match, Damien, but Australia got out to a hot start in the first 3 innings. A home run and 7 runs for the Aussies as they marked their moment in the soil. New Zealand got 4 in the bottom of the 4th innings with a bit of precipitation caused a few hit pitches and walks. Then the major difference in this game in the top of the 6th innings, Aussie pile on 7 more runs. New Zealand a consolation 2 runs from Mason Carey, and that wraps us up 14 runs to 6. The Beyond the Dugout broadcasting player of the match.
For me, it'd have to be the pitcher designated player, Austin Gooden. He did it with the bat, and then to have the 2 spells on the hill to come, start and then have a break and then to come back in and keep things real, keep the New Zealand team scoreless. Him on the hill. So that's my Beyond the Dugout broadcasting player of the game.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's number 78 for Australia, Austin Gooden, is the Beyond the Dugout broadcasting player of game 1. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. More action to come, and I think it is confirmed. We'll get it checked for you. Be sure to take attention to all of the social media pages for Softball New Zealand, and they will give you the updates here. But it looks like the next game will be at 4 p.m. The under-18s will play over in Diamond 2. We'll try to give you coverage from there. It is a bit further for our cameras to send the signals back to the booth, but we'll make the attempt for you. And then the big one tonight, 7:30, the major Sox. New Zealand's under-23 Stevie Dean's men will take on Australia at 7:30 right here on Diamond 1. A chance for them to repair the diamond for that game at 7:30, and we will bring you all the action here live from Beyond the Dugout. Before we go, Bud, how good are you excited for the rest of the weekend?
Oh, absolutely. To have international ball on our soils since first time since 2022, it's going to be special. Our up-and-comers of our game from both New Zealand and Australia, it's going to be fun.
On behalf of the whole crew at Beyond the Dugout, of course, the Manawatū Softball Association, hosted by Softball New Zealand here. It is the WBSC U23 Men's Oceania Qualifier. See you soon. Mā te wā.